organize of this trip.
I had nothing
Tell
to
me,
do with it.
how was the idea about organize this trip?
I can't remember how long ago I thought I would really like to go and find the place where Mum was from, and I thought about it for many, many years, procrastinating. It's a good word. And eventually, I suppose, we had lots of little influences, like members of the family saying also it would be a nice idea, and eventually it all came together. But it's taken many, many years to actually get to this point. Started looking.
And how you persuade your mother to join this?
It wasn't really me that persuaded her. In fact, it was you, boys.
Ah, yes?
Yeah.
Really?
It was when you said that you weren't going to do the trip unless she came. There was no point, and it's quite right. There was no point. She had to be with us. However
I can tell you. I think that I told you that I think that if your mother will not join us, I don't think that I will be there.
No point.
Because it's not. I'm not interested of the places.
I'm interested to hear from her
the way of life, the way of thinking, how the little thing that we will see there.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm very waiting for it.
Yeah. Exactly. For me, it's not about finding the exact house or the exact village or the exact spot. It's about being in the environment, just to have been there and to take her there. Because, many years.
I can tell you that if not Danny, that was so also dedicated in the Israeli in the Middle East group.
Contingent.
Yes, I don't think that we will join this.
I think it's been fantastic that everybody really is all come to the same way of thinking.
Danny, why you thought that you want to go there so much?
My drive to go, I think, was my mother's death. When my mother died, I started to think about the idea of going to Turner. And then, half a year ago, we started to talk. Actually, Rachel came to Israel. It was in Rosh Hashanah. She came to us. I remember we had a dinner, and I was telling her, I want to go. And she said, you know what? Shelley also wants to go. Let's do something with her. And from there we took it. I spoke with Shelley, and we started planning it, and talking with family, and it came to be.
Unbelievable. The first time I did any investigation, any research into the area to try and locate where my mother came from was in 2004. And with a very good friend who is a rabbi now, and he came to see me on Sunday for tea. He came to have tea with us. I hadn't spoken to him for months, and I took out all the papers that which is in the file, that he wrote, and all the map we found on the internet in 2004 from 1925, which was the first time we saw the word Apsha. And he was the one that plotted the whole map thing for me. So because we printed it in 2004, I had the date. So that's when I first did the first bit of research. And here we are 9 years later, kind of.
What I want to tell you, that when we started talking about it, even members of the family that did not come, they were so enthusiastic. For example, I told Pena, and I told Sarah, Naftali's wife, and everybody that heard about it, even people that are not related to us, they were thrilled. They were so. I can see the sparks in their eyes about the idea.
I've had the same experience with friends, friends of the family, who the phone calls we received before we went on. It's like everybody in everybody's world. This was like some big pilgrimage, some big trip that we were going to do, and everybody was unrelated people that just know my mother, know us. were so enthusiastic and excited for us. It's a big thing. I don't think we kind of quite realise necessarily how big it is because we're so busy with organising, maybe, you know, the logistics. That you don't realise. We realise, but it is a big thing. You know, it is it's a massive, massive issue. And I think also for me, one of the things when your mother died was for me was a regret that you know that she's not with us, obviously, on this trip. But it's that you didn't have the opportunity that I and Martin are having now is to actually do it with my mother.
Of course.
You know, and for me, my mother is your sister. It's the same, you know.
For us, it's our sister that we don't have. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, my mother was a few years back with Shlomit and Asher in Czechoslovakia, in Prague and Budapest. And she wasn't so far from the place, from Turnhout. And Asher and Shlomit suggested to her to go. And she couldn't. It was too difficult for her. Of course, I think now she would have thought about it
because of the group
differently. But it's in a way we are doing it for her.
Yeah.
You know that mother, when she was with Asher and Shlomit in Budapest, they asked her, and she said, like Danny said, she don't want to go. And when a few years ago we asked her, she said it was a mistake. It really was a mistake because now I want to go, but she can't go. And she tell me it's too late. It's too late to be there.
So this is why it's important to do this trip. We have to do it. It's an honour and an obligation. I think.
Definitely.